Hey everyone, we are at FIA Futures and Auctions Expo in Chicago. I'm joined now by Trading Technologies CEO Keith Todd and Abel Noser Solutions CEO Peter Weiler. Gentlemen, thanks for taking the time to join us today.
Great to be here and looking forward to having a discussion with you.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to meet you, and first conference for me, FIA, so excited.
Awesome, great. Keith, always a pleasure to see you as well. So, the acquisition of Abel Noser Solutions has brought Trading Technologies closer than ever, I would say, to the buy side. What impact will it have on Trading Technologies and on the buy side going forward, Keith?
Well, it's a very important part of the whole acquisition of Abel Noser, but important to recognize it's only a piece of the jigsaw. The data and analytics at the core TCA, really powerful a set of tools, which I'm sure that we'll talk about a bit later on. But if we go to the buy side, we all know the reality is the buy side is where the money is. That as this marketplace evolves with venues and with sell side and with platforms such as TT, it's important for TT to have direct contract relationships, not just with the sell side, but with the buy side, particularly as we move out on our multi-asset investment plan, which you've been seeing over the recent months.
And Peter, Abel Noser has been operating independently for 48 years. What is the strategic benefit of Abel Noser being part of Trading Technologies now?
Sure. I mean, there's many, but just really top of mind, first and foremost, to have the resources of a large or global organization. That global footprint, which we've never had. We've had that in our products, but we've never had boots in the ground in some of the geographic areas. The other part of that's important is to be part of an ecosystem. That ecosystem is critical to bring clients on, to give them exposure to analytics data. And then I think the other thing that's critical is really the complementary client bases, as Keith alluded to. We have a very, very strong buy-side client base, and we're really excited to share with the sell side a lot of the products we have, and vice versa. So the cross-selling opportunities for us and the opportunities for our clients to consume more is going to be, substantial.
I could just add to what Peter has said there. The reality is scale does matter. In today's world, with the threats that are out there, there's a huge benefit to the customers from being able to take a number of products from a single supplier, in this case, Trading Technologies. So we've been building this multi-asset platform, and now adding the capability really helps our customers and unleashes the power of what Abel Noser has been building for many years.
Yeah, I would just add to it that you take that combination of pre-trade, at trade, post-trade, and the execution piece, and you're bringing that all together into one. That's powerful for clients.
Yeah, absolutely. And Peter, I was going to ask, how is TCA evolving and what is driving this?
Sure. Well, what's driving it really is, first and foremost, is regulation. If you think about it, that's sort of the top, the pyramid. And that regulation, though, is bringing more price discovery in the marketplaces. And the price discovery is creating the electronification of trading, which is then improving the quality of the analytics. So going back to what I just mentioned earlier, is now we have the ability to do pre-trade work, to do at trade, to do post-trade analysis, but it's all stronger because of that price discovery. We started in equities, that's moved to fixed income. We haven't had a strong franchise in futures and derivatives, and that's what TT brings to the party as well, along with that subject matter expertise. So it's evolving, and the evolution is very quick, unlike it was in equities. In some of the other asset classes, it's at light speed, and it's moving toward pre and at trade analysis.
Great. Keith, did you want to add to that?
I think the important piece of this is the multi-asset dimension. And secondly, as Peter has said, the fact that the direction of travel is to more at trade or pre-trade. This is really important for our current client base and our future execution client base, to influence the way trading is done. And for people listening, they may say, well, so, what was this TCA? It sounds like a fancy name. What is it all about? Metaphorically, if you think about a big trade, it's like having a pebble and you're putting it in a pond, and you want to avoid a ripple. You don't want to change the market. If the market sees it coming, we know what happens. If the market feels it as it enters, we know what happens. So the ability to be able to execute a trade effectively and efficiently is right at the heart of the Abel knows it TT proposition.
And I think it's actually quite important because at this point in time, because it looks like the organization itself, FIA, other market participants are taking further steps in terms of price discovery, making it an equal playing field, so to say. At least that's what I've heard in some of the media briefings earlier today. Would you guys agree?
Certainly it is. Peter mentioned earlier the regulatory pressure, and that is an important dynamic in the market because you have to comply. You have no choice. The really smart people are actually proactively using these tools to get advantage in the market.
I think just the other part to think about here is that, with the multi-asset capabilities, that we have, is we are moving from sort of what I would call the tick the box use case now to, alpha generation. And we've had situations where in the past where traders and market participants have had to move from screen to screen. I call it swivel chair trading and analytics. But bringing it all to bear in one spot, one centralized location, is really the future.
And gentlemen, I don't know which one of you would like to take this one first, but I'm really curious on how you will integrate TCA into the Trading Technologies platform, and what value add will this deliver to you and your clients?
Well, Peter, why don't you go first?
Sure, I can start. I think what we want to do is, I don't want to say baby steps, but I think you do have to crawl before you walk. So we have a vast library of reports, and they're in all the multi-asset classes. And just to have the ability to have those reports, that report library available to each and every one of the TT clients, we feel is going to be a really strong first step. And then the second is going to be the integration piece, which it will take a little bit longer and a while. And Keith, maybe you want to speak to that, but talking about a widget on there and being able to be part of one of those interfaces and the screens that are right in front of us, that's what we envision going forward.
Yeah, it's really important, this, for ease of use and ease of access. If you go beyond the library suite, it's about actually being able to activate the more sophisticated analytics and deliver that output to the user, to have it accessible by the click of a button, to be able to provide that user experience, which is really effective. So you've got a lot of integration. TT is about the cable TV business. It's about signing up for some execution screens, then wanting to get FX, switching on a new movie channel, then switching on the fixed income, and then the data and analytics TCA. So, one-stop shopping, ease of integration.
Great, awesome. Keith, this one's for you. Trading Technologies was acquired by Seven Ridge nearly 2 years ago. Since that time, you've gone on an acquisition spree, I would say, with the purchase of RCMX, right? Axe Trading, and now Abel Noser. You also announced the formation of Trading Technologies FX back in June, I believe. What can we expect from your company in 2024?
Well, it's important that we understand these are businesses in their own right that can actually grow in their own right. Now, being part of the suite of companies, there's a greater value proposition to the customer community out there, more optionality for those customers. in terms of the future, there will be more acquisitions. There's also going to be many more partnerships because we do understand we're not going to be able to, or nor do we necessarily need to, build everything ourselves or buy everything ourselves. So we're very open for partnerships. So people listening to this who think they've got some attributes that could, help our expand our offering to the market, please get in touch with us. So, it's been an incredible journey the last period. And certainly as I look forward, 2024 compared to 21, we'll have doubled the size of TT and we'll be growing, very aggressively on a number of fronts.
Sounds amazing. Well, Peter, it was lovely to meet you. All the best of luck the rest of the way. Keith, it's always a pleasure to see you and to chat.
Great to see you.
All the best at the conference and as we wind down 2023. Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.